Okay, so here we are with Tatiana to introduce our fantastic Zhanna, who is right here in United States.
I'm from Russia.
From Russia, and you live right now in California.
Yes, San
Yes.
Diego City.
You know, the story of Zhanna just absolutely fascinates me. This is, when we're talking about complete person, this is just complete person is what? Where the financial side knowledge, where the spiritual side knowledge, where the passion for life knowledge, where the help of others, involvement.
Yeah, and she's just gorgeous,
Yes.
And it's like,
Yes.
wow, that's
Yes.
pretty fabulous. So,
So her quick story. So she's originally from Russia. She's a lawyer, so she has a law degree. She was managing. She was owner of the big construction company, and we're talking about construction that is like big buildings, multi-level parking lots, factories or whatever, big buildings and apartment complexes and so on. So it is not like small fixer-uppers, here and there. It is like
yeah,
big stuff.
it's Russia. Everybody like lives in those
Yes,
incredibly tall, big, million unit apartment complexes.
yes,
Very
yes.
expensive too.
So she was managing the people, the workers, the banking side, the law side, and she loved to create, as she says, she was also involved in some of the projects, actually creating some of the, designs for the buildings and stuff like that. So Zhanna was in a very happy marriage, really. She owned that company together with her husband. And then the really bad thing happened. He got sick, with the sickness that was, it was really difficult to cure. So they really did spend most of the money, practically all of the money to try to cure him. The last shot was to come to United States for the very big treatment. But you give out everything for the person that you love, and without the hesitation, without any of that, of course, it wasn't even the question of whether or not she should do that. Like everything was sold, everything was given away to cure the one that she loved.
I think love, this is a gift. Gift and give. This is
Yes.
open heart, always.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out, so she was taken away by God, by universe, so he passed away. And Zhanna, she stayed here in the United States with her daughter. She was left with really practically nothing.
When I arrived in USA, I had small money, only to buy old car.
Only for the old car. Okay. She had just enough money to buy the old car and figure out how she is going to survive. She didn't have anybody in her life, so now everybody's...
Either, and so she is actually, she's not sitting and waiting for someone to, bring it to her or fix it for her. So she is, for 6 years, she's raising her daughter and, just trying
forming
to...
a new business. What you started doing here? Because your law degree doesn't really mean anything here in the United States. So what you started doing?
Whatever I need any job.
Yeah.
I stayed cleaning. My job cleaning.
She had to, the only jobs that are available here for the people who, still establishing themselves, what? Cleaning, right? So she picked up the rug. So this lawyer who was owner of multi-million dollar company, basically, she picked up the rug and she started cleaning, $10 an hour. And then she looked at all this. It was really, really difficult job, of course, but she is not afraid of the difficulties because she is coming from a poor family. Her mom is a teacher. Her dad was working at the plant, so she knows what difficulties are. But she formed a cleaning company here, and so she's managing everything now. And of course, it is still difficult for her to, to figure things out, and she's still establishing herself. So this is the woman who has beautiful heart, absolutely beautiful heart, who really loves everyone. She fell in love with American culture. She fell in love with United States, and she already been living here for about 6 years. And all these 6 years, she was helping others and recovering from her loss. Zhanna, she is very heavily involved and being involved is still involved in all of the different charity projects and all of the different things through helping, people who have drugs problems or kids who need help or people who've been destroyed through, some sort of violence or whatever, so she is there to help and cure and help people grow.
I'm a volunteer in church and social organization. Uh, my heart always open for people. I like people, I love people because this is my life. This is my world.
Yes, yes. Zhanna, she has everything in balance. I think that her giving out so much love to others really balance things out and still balancing things out.
I think it's the main feature. I think all of that kind of shows the strength of the character. It just, I mean, how many people do you know? And, God forbid to find yourself in the same situation. I mean, would we break? Or would we get up and, do something like she did? At the same time, as hard as it was, and it is, she's still all about others. She's giving nature of her heart. I mean, it's just, I think it's admirable. You don't see people like that much.
So. You don't. That's why, she is definitely a very, very special person, and we are so proud to have her as our client.
Yeah, and we need to find someone who will appreciate all of that.
And we need to find someone who is giving as well, because the person who is greedy, and greedy on the inside, they would not be able to understand how the other person is being involved in different projects and helping others. It would be impossible for them to understand, but the person, you don't have to be, the man could be just very, very financially successful, and he doesn't volunteer or doesn't directly work with someone, but he gives out some of the profit from his companies to, charity projects and everything else, right? So the person who understands that the love has to be shared as well, because if you have all of those assets and different things in life, you would want to help others, So Zhanna's choice now is to help others through the good deeds. And of course, before, when she was in Russia, when she was making ton of money, of course, there was like different organizations that she had created there as well. But her, when I asked her, like, what is love in your mind? And she gave me such an answer that I was really blown away. She said, love is to give without expect, unconditionally. Yes. So, and I'm like, okay, so how do you give to men? I understand that through other things as well, but like, how do you give to a man? She said, whatever his desires are, like there is a certain movie that he wants to watch, certain music that he wants to listen, certain food that he wants to eat, so it's basically whatever he wants. I want to discover what he wants. I want to be part of it, of this discovery. I want to understand what he wants, because she's a very inquisitive person and she likes to learn. And she said, every time when I'm doing grocery shopping, for example, in the store, there's always on my mind about like, okay, people in my house, they love to eat this and that. And here's a little thing that he mentioned just yesterday that he likes, or it's like there's always thoughts about others, to give them something pleasant, something nice, something that to put the smile on their face.
Love is doing little things,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So that is the type of person Zhanna is, and what really also kind of broke my heart, and I really can feel her in that. I said, so you've been by yourself. I mean, not by yourself, but with her daughter, right? In helping others for 6 years. And I remember I spoke with her a year ago because she had her profile with us for, about a year or so. And when I spoke with her, I even looked at my notes there. It's like absolutely not ready, doesn't know. I mean, she practically did not even speak. She was listening to me. I didn't ask questions, and I even have the notes there. Like no personality.
What's wrong?
She was just listening. But this time
She was griping. She was griping.
But this time when I spoke with her, she's like, I remember that conversation that we had, and you kind of really gave me the fire, and it took me a little bit longer, but here I am. Like this time I'm ready. I am ready. Her daughter she's 15 years old. She's brilliant child, so she's already getting accepted in some of the schools and stuff like that. So she's like really, really smart kid. So her daughter is like, Mom, you gotta think about yourself. You gotta, you deserve love as well. So her daughter is already encouraging her and pushing her to.
Yeah, she's very mature, which is also, another thing. What does it tell you about, especially single mother, raising the kid through like difficult teenage years, right? And when at 15, I mean, how many 15-year-olds we know that would say like, Mom, you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be happy in your own personal life. So how about we'll find a daddy?
We need to find a great partner for Zhanna, because her daughter is going to be on her own in just a few years. She's going to go to college, university. But Zhanna, yes, of course, she does deserve a special man in her life, and she's ready for it. So now imagine this woman was saving all her passion. And by the way, women of business, women who are driven, they have level of testosterone. Yes, testosterone, that is a male hormone, but women have it as well. It is much, much higher than regular women. Tanya is like, okay. Yeah. So this is a little secret about women who are driven and women of business. They are very, very passionate, and they are very, very sexual creatures. So now imagine this person who was saving all that passion for 6 years.
6 years.
Yes. Now, this is a warning. This is a warning, and you really gotta think about it. So the ones who are absolutely ready, if you do have a personal matchmaker who is working with you, so when you see this video, let your matchmaker know that you want to meet Zhanna. Okay, so this way you'll have the opportunity. If you don't have the personal matchmaker yet, and if you've been watching our videos, of some of the girls, and you've been waiting for someone like Zhanna to let us know that you're actually ready to start meeting some of the quality women. Girls like Zhanna, rare find. It is not, I mean, I haven't heard the stories. In my 25 years of a matchmaking career, I haven't heard the stories like this. I haven't.
That's true.
It is a rare find. So if you don't have the personal matchmaker, but you really feel that, yeah, she is the one and you've been looking for her, then let either me or Tatiana know so we can make the arrangements for you to transform your life and become the happiest and luckiest man on earth with a woman who is like everyone is going to be jealous of that you have in your life. So below this video and right here on the video is the contact details, and let's make it happen. When woman after 6 years, Tatiana says, I am ready, she is really ready. She is ready.
She's ready.
Trust me, after 6 years of waiting, you're gonna be her king. Hallelujah.
Knight in a shiny armor.
Yes, but no, seriously, she's absolutely beautiful person on the inside. That amount of grace and amount of care for others and so much love. It is, I mean, that is, we are joking about the sexual part and everything else, but listen, it is important in the relationships, of course. But when you see the person who has so much to give in her heart, it is really incredible. It just doesn't happen very often because everybody nowadays, so many people are just really selfish and about themselves and about the way they would survive and make things better for
Self-centered. She is
themselves.
selfless, probably. You
Yes.
know, that's the more,
Yeah.
accurate. All right, we will be waiting to hear from you.
All right.
Make you all happy, both of
Make you absolutely happy. Yes, the woman of your dreams is on the way. Let us know that you want her.